Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a man named Elias. He was not the richest, nor the strongest, nor the most talented person in the village, but there was something different about him. While others struggled with doubt and fear, Elias moved through life with a quiet confidence. He built a successful farm, raised a loving family, and earned the respect of everyone around him. People often wondered, what does Elias know that we don't? One day, a young man named Leo came to Elias seeking wisdom. Leo was full of dreams but felt lost, unsure how to turn them into reality. "Tell me, Elias," he asked, "what is the secret of your success? What do you do differently?" Elias smiled and invited Leo to walk with him through the fields. As they walked, Elias began to share the principles that guided his life, principles he had learned from observing the world's most successful people. The first thing Elias explained was that successful people take full responsibility for their lives. They do not blame others or make excuses. When things go wrong, they ask, "What can I learn from this?" Aurelius told Leo about a time when a storm destroyed half his crops. While others complained about the weather, Elias spent his days replanting and improving his irrigation system. "The storm was not in my control," he said, "but my response was." Successful people also have a clear vision. They know what they want and why they want it. Elias described how he had once written down his goals for his farm, his family, and his personal growth. He reviewed them every morning, keeping his mind focused. "Without a vision," he said, "we drift like a ship without a rudder, but with one, even the longest journey has direction." Another key difference, Elias continued, was that successful people master their time. They do not waste hours on distractions. Instead, they prioritize what truly matters. Elias woke before sunrise each day, spending his first hours in deep work, planning, learning, and tending to his most important tasks. "Time is the one thing we cannot get back," he told Leo. "Use it wisely." But success is not just about hard work. Elias emphasized that the most successful people cultivate resilience. They face setbacks with courage, knowing that failure is not the end but a lesson. He shared stories of famous inventors, philosophers, and leaders who had failed many times before achieving greatness. "The difference between those who succeed and those who don't," Elias said, "is not talent or luck. It is the willingness to keep going when others give up." One of the most surprising things Elias revealed was that successful people invest in themselves. They read, study, and seek mentors. Even as a busy farmer, Elias made time to read philosophy and history. "The mind is like a field," he explained. "If you do not plant seeds of knowledge, weeds of ignorance will grow." Finally, Elias spoke about the power of discipline. Successful people do not rely on motivation, which comes and goes. They build habits that carry them forward, even on days when they feel tired or discouraged. Elias had followed the same daily routine for years, simple, steady actions that compounded over time into extraordinary results. "Small disciplines repeated every day," he said, "lead to massive achievements." As the sun began to set, Leo felt a new understanding dawning within him. The secret of success was not magic or mystery. It was a set of principles, choices, and habits that anyone could adopt. Elias placed a hand on Leo's shoulder. "The question is not whether you can succeed," he said. "The question is, are you willing to do what successful people do?" Leo left that day with a fire in his heart. He began to take responsibility for his life, to clarify his vision, to guard his time, to embrace resilience, to seek knowledge, and to practice discipline. Years later, he too became a man of success, not by chance, but by choice. And when others asked him his secret, he simply smiled and said, "Walk with me. Let me tell you about a man named Elias." The story of Elias and Leo is not just a tale, it is a mirror. It shows us that success is not reserved for the lucky few. It is available to anyone who dares to think, act, and persist differently. The principles are simple, but they require something rare, the courage to apply them day after day, no matter what. So ask yourself, what would happen if you took full responsibility for your life? If you defined your vision clearly? If you used your time with purpose? If you met every obstacle with resilience? If you fed your mind with wisdom? If you built unshakable discipline? The answer is simple. You would join the ranks of the highly successful, not by chance, but by choice. The path is open. The question is, will you take it?